Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Secret History, living inside your aquarium. How is everybody doing tonight? It is a sunny day out here in Seattle, Washington. Probably an hour away from sunset, maybe two. But today, I'm just hopping on here, really to let you know that you, the people, have asked, and I, the me, the Alex. Should we talk in the third person? Should we get all arrogant and weird? Fedora. Uh, no. We here at the Secret History, living inside your aquarium, we have launched merchandise. Last week we launched merchandise. Let me get this set up. Don't look like a barbarian. All right. Hello guys, as you roll on in, Aquaballs, GT Organics, Aquatics, fake name, how's it going? So, everybody who watches the channel from Seattle to San Fran, that's not very far, Seattle to Singapore, I'm hoping that now you have some opportunities to get in on the merchandise if you want to. So we have hoodies, we have iPhone cases. I don't know why they don't have Android cases. Maybe they just thought that was a bridge too far. There's also like wall tapestries, and okay, in full disclosure, I had no idea what was out there in the world of on demand printing these days. When I had done this in the past with my artwork, I've done limited run, either hand drawn or spray paint or fabric painted on um, shirts and things like that. And I've bought 10 XLs, 10 large, 10 medium, whatever it may be, and had to stockpile myself. Well, in this format, I am able to actually just design the artwork, select which colors I want, which different cuts of shirts, which, I mean, there's like 60 different shirts, I'm not kidding, that they offer. And so I tried to select the ones that I thought like maybe someone would want this and that it's different enough that it's worth adding. So I may not have like there may be a shirt that's comfort tee, and that might be cheaper than the one that's high end, blah blah blah, a million thread count and all that jazz. So hold on one moment. What's going on, honey? I will do that tomorrow for you. So, in any case, I just wanted to let you guys know that one of the first things that people said when they saw the designs was, "Oh, really cool," but it's all on white hoodies and white backgrounds and stuff. So, could you maybe do the designs in other colors? So, I got on the computer. I, got all the lines and everything, cleaned them up digitally, put them into vector files. So now we can, I mean, if somebody wants it, it's there. It's actually not that much money through them, but we can do ginormous tapestries or wall hangings. None of it has the secret history living in your aquarium on it. And I mean, if you guys really want that, then we can change that. We can rearrange. Hold on, I'm gonna move here so we have less distraction. Wife and I are cleaning up before company comes by in the next few days. Um, and it's a billion degrees in the house right now. And by a billion, I think 90 something. But I just wanted to let you guys know that there's a link in the description below to a whole bunch of merchandise. You guys can work through it. I'll probably be getting rid of some of it too, like that's redundant, like a V-neck versus a boyfriend fit versus a unisex fit with a V-neck or a slouch neck or a U-neck. It's too much for me. I know fish and I get picky about fish, but clothing, no, not so much. So, yeah, it's up. It should be deliverable for sure to the UK, to Europe. the EU, that is, and to Canada, America, and hopefully Australia. Hopefully. So, good eye, mates, if you're watching this. Maybe, maybe there's some blokes watching and it's evening. I don't know. So, in any case, that's what I'm here to say first of all. And also, the prices right now, there's a 20% markup on things. So, that's pre-taxes and everything for me, but I figured that was, fair for my artwork. And I'll be working on new things like angelfish, and there's requests that are for sure going to be in the works. If not, the art's already done, and I just need to upload it. So I hope that that is something you guys like. The problem is that we won't be able to have it as a little feature underneath for the channel in the future. So that's why I appreciate it if you guys, spread the word to anybody who cares on the channel. If anybody's asking about it and you happen to overhear it, or if they see the artwork and they're like, oh, that would be cool. Um, you know, it's up to you if you want to talk about me or my channel. It's out there. It's unbranded artwork, basically, for the masses, and at a 20% markup of the material cost. So I guess that's for my labor, and that just goes towards the channel. So that's the sales pitch there, and it just goes towards growing the channel, just like a super chat would, or Patreon, or anything else like that. But you don't need to be a member or anything. It is totally just out there. So people who like fish and hate my channel, if they like the art, feel free to buy it. All right, guys. So let's see here. We got people rolling in. So good to see everybody. Fake name. I'm so glad you ordered a shirt. I hope it goes well. Let's see here. If you remember a while back that I broke a 30 long cleaning it up, well, today you got nice. You got yourself a dollar per gallon, basically 75-gallon tank. Oh, GTO, you are lucky, man. Man? I'm gonna go with man. Ginger Graves, hello, how are you? So the other thing is the colors that I have. I pretty much put up whatever color they had. There are some funky neon colors and stuff for a little bit extra money, so I might make those available. Like, I figure I don't want to like overwhelm you, but I don't want to be one of those shops where there's just like one thing for sale and it's like a t-shirt that's on the crappiest quality t-shirt. All of these in this round are double-sided, so you get the mechanical or clockwork fish on the front, and then on the back you get the more botanical illustration or scientific illustration style of artwork. The hoodies look to be pretty cool. Looks like they have a nice big print surface area. There's also an option that I'm thinking of. You guys let me know if you think it's worthwhile doing, but where they let you actually print like all over 3D, like you make the fabric. And so I was thinking about doing maybe a tessellation or repeating pattern of some like shrimp and fish and things like that. Also, a lot of people are excited, and yes, as Ginger was saying, the people who got those first white ones in, a lot of people are saying they're going to tie-dye them, or they're going to batik them, drip wax on it, and then dye it, or scrunch them up and just, throw some RIT dye in and see what happens. Cut them up and make, I don't know, the girls in high school used to do that when I was a kid, where you cut the sides and then tie them back together. So now there's tank tops, there's earth tones, there's any color I could get my hands on. But I'm thinking about doing some really, really obnoxious ones too, like red and blue, like neon red and neon blue together, that just hurts your eyes to look at, just for fun on a couple of them. Maybe they'll never sell. But, alright. So, I think we are probably done talking about shirts and merch. Yeah, it doesn't need to take up a lot of time. Just wanted to let you know that it's out. I also wanted to establish that Wednesdays and Sundays I'll be doing live streams. I can't guarantee the time, but probably around, between 5 and 7 p.m. on the West Coast on the Wednesday, and on the Sunday probably earlier in the day, realistically. Probably as long as I'm not busy with an event. This last weekend I had an art show, and I've got a few art shows coming up. But yeah, and then in the coming days, next month, I will be visiting hopefully Chicago, as well as Nashville and Columbus, Ohio, if not a few other places. So if you live out yonder and you'd like to do a meetup or something like that, we can definitely work on that. Just let me know through the Facebook page, and I know a few of us folks, Ginger and Betsy, and possibly Lucas Bretz, if I drive from Chicago to Ohio, depending on my plans. I hope to meet up with a few people. So yeah, Otter Creek, how's it going? So all y'all in here, if you could hit that like button, I would like you. I have nothing planned for this video, unfortunately. I really, I had a crazy day. They actually, if you really remember how jacked up my teeth were since the lightning strike, this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. So all but two of those, eight, had been cracked or broken, and I either had a crown or a temp or something on them, and there are all these spaces in between. Well, now today I had them all worked on, and I have my top teeth back. Well, not this one. That one's gonna be a post, and post. That'll be a post here, and all these teeth are gone from the lightning strike. It just blasted that way. But I just wanted to thank you guys again, because there was a GoFundMe that somebody set up anonymously over a year ago, and so the money really, really did help with that. Normally, I wouldn't have ever asked for money for something like that, and I guess I didn't technically, but it really did help when we had dual insurance, and it still ended up being over 20 grand out of pocket. So all right, guys, so I decided that the rest of this stream was going to be an Ask Me Anything, because I was feeling frisky. I may do a bonus stream this week, depending on what goes on. I know I didn't release a lot of content this week, but I've been monkeying around with the merchandise and just trying to figure out some new ins and outs. When we hit 10,000 subscribers as a channel, then the merchandise will show up easily and be all linked through Google Pay or PayPal or Amazon and all that stuff. So, yeah. Also, still no word on the freaking 90p aquarium. But I will, our lonesome Sergio will be. Where is Sergio? Come here. Whoa, he's freaking out. So Sergio, the angelfish, will be getting 3 female lovers. Maybe we'll do an episode of the dating game, Angelfish number 1. If we were gonna go on a date, where would you take me? And what kind of car would you be driving? Well, I would take. Wait, no, they're all girls. I don't know. I'm not in the mood. Okay, but yeah. So I have a friend in the fish club. He's well known. He's a master breeder, like Dean. If you watch Aquarium Co-op, like Dean Tweedle, who is actually in Peru right now, And if you don't recall, one of my last live streams, Dean offered me his CW123s, which are corridoras, yet to be scientifically described. And we'll see. I hope he still has them because he left for Peru, and I didn't actually get the fish in my hands in a bag. The bag in my hands. So, is there anything you guys have wondered about me? A lot of you got to know me through this channel. I'm pretty open with things. It can be fish related, it can be non-fish related. I don't care. But if you guys were curious about something or whatnot, this is the Ask Me Anything. And sorry, guys, my allergies are awful today. And yeah, everything's fair game. Oh, and the smoke detector's going off in the neighbor's unit. I'll start. Okay. If you guys don't want to, I'll start. So this is my wedding ring. It is made out of, it's stained with a sagebrush pigment of some sort. And it is a titanium ring that has buckeye wood, burl wood from Ohio, which is where my wife is from. So it's a wooden ring, but it's nice and light, and it gets stuck because of my lupus and my arthritis and stuff. My fingers swell up. But today things were going well, and I was at the dentist, and I always wear this for luck to think of my wife and remember our marriage and, the comfort she brings and what an awesome lady she is. So that's why I always bring the ring, even though I may not sport it every day. So if you see in the videos that I'm not wearing it, obviously I don't want to be wearing it and banging up the glass with titanium or vice versa. Yeah. Let's see here. You are trying to get certifications in aquatic plants. Can you talk about that and how you get involved? Is that for me? Because so I have our local club, the GSAS, the Greater Seattle Area Association for, wait, GSAS, the Greater Seattle Area. What is it? Greater Seattle Area Association. I think the Greater Seattle Area is like all in one thing, and then it's like aquatic association. Man, I should know that. Wow, that's bad. I just thought I'd let you guys know also that, as you know, if you watch the channel, I have memory issues if I don't take a nap or rest before I live stream, before I do my life. And so I've hit the wall for the day, especially with 5 teeth being worked on this morning. It was a 5-hour dentist appointment. So I'm really glad that I got it done. 2 root canals, a post, and some refinishing. So what they did is they took the tooth line minus the gap I've always had here, and they got it from some movie star or good-looking gal or guy, and they make a little tray that fits, and then they literally whittle down each tooth into like a nubbin, and then they put the tray on, they inject it with some sort of UV sensitive ceramic. A lot of the products also I'm actually going to be playing with, because my dentist and I are friends after I've had 20 plus appointments with him and his helpers. And there's probably a ton of applications for some of the stuff. Some of it's just bonkers expensive, but other stuff's really simple, and cyanoacrylate, like they're using super glue on stuff. They're using rubber cement on stuff. But I'm interested in like non-toxic ways to, fit pipes together, if there's an underwater sealing solution, or if perhaps there's a way to clean things that's less abrasive, like cleaning plant leaves with some sort of like tongue cleaner or something. That kind of stuff. So I'll be playing with some of that. Let's see here. Somebody says, Gwen Andrick says, my hometown is Columbus. I live in Bowling Green, Ohio now. Go check out the aquarium adventures while you're in Columbus. I will. I will. My wife's family lives mostly in Dublin, I believe. So that'll be cool. And then I think when we're in Nashville, I can't remember the name of the little town that we'll be at, but I think it's 20 or 30 minutes from the city. So yeah, I'm excited for all that. Hopefully it'll be a little less hot by September. And then when I do more traveling, that will be in September, and the very end of September into October, and hopefully by that point everything will be really nice and cool. So it'd be nice to see the fall in some other places other than Seattle. In the news, I just wanted to say while I'm here that my thoughts go out to the people that have been affected by a lot of these shootings and crazy things going on. The cops in the shootout right now in Philadelphia or whatever. To the people of Hong Kong, this is going to affect our fish supply and our I haven't done an episode on it yet. It is very touchy. It's an easy way to get banned from certain platforms and things like that, as well as even in the US, there's two types of censorship. I mean, not just two, but there's definitely two different types of censorship, and there's like discreet, where they just don't promote your content, and then there's also, just total, where like you can't say that, you're cut off. And the stuff going on right now in Hong Kong, Google doesn't want to make China mad, and so they've kind of limited a lot of what gets promoted or pushed up. But it appears as though army, military, National Guard in China is amassing in Shenzhen, which is very close to, it's about 30 kilometers or so, or I don't know, 17 miles from Hong Kong. And they also just built a bridge that connects the two, and train and driving is now possible. And it is very likely they took over the airport, and that won't stand. They definitely, I mean, would that stand in America? No. So as much as I hope that they get a republic democracy in Hong Kong, that they can remain independent and as free as they can be, a lot of our, in my opinion, if you had 500 people storm an airport or Congress and trash everything, I think people would be shot with real guns. So the way they've responded so far is actually very restrained. I think there's been maybe 2 deaths with millions of people protesting. But it's a powder keg, and I don't know what will be left for China to rule if they go in too hard. But beyond all this, beyond getting into taking sides and going on details, because it's a fish channel, a lot of our fish dealers and brokering, especially like goldfish or panda loaches, a lot of interesting live bears. Of course, you've got things like snakeheads and things that aren't legal necessarily in most U.S. states, but they are in other parts of the world and in Europe and things. But those creatures come out. Arowanas, for instance, come out of Hong Kong, or at least are brokered through Hong Kong. So you're going to see already we've seen the 25% increase in cost, but we're going to possibly see like a lack of goldfish, for instance. Israel's really trying to pick up the slack. They're trying to make their move right now and end up being one of the large producers of some of the things that Hong Kong is. And it's interesting to me, and I would like to explore the thought further that the fact that Hong Kong, Singapore, uh, Japan, and uh, Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, uh, what else do we have? Well, we have the Czech Republic, and then we have two counties in Florida. Like that, you get such a, and then Israel, so Tel Aviv and Haifa, Haifa. I want to say Haifa always. If you guys are from the West Coast and you know, like Haifa and E40 and stuff, that was my high school era. Everyone was, all the rap kids were into that. Mac Dre and E40 and uh, someone mob or this or that mob. Good, yeah. But in any case, yes. So Tel Aviv and Haifa, Hoffa, Jimmy Hoffa. So it's interesting though that all these places are like deprived of a lot of resources, that they're financial hubs, and that they're the commodities they deal in are like these small things. So like diamonds, for instance, are a big thing in a lot of those places also, or gold, or Bitcoin, or so you can kind of guess where it's going to pop up because you've got Indonesia and some places where it fits that they could actually be uh, they have the space and they can do the tubs and you need a certain temperature and things to do your fish outside, um, but it's like whack-a-mole. So when one person goes down, another's going to try to come up and rise into its place and fulfill that need in the market, as long as there's capitalist countries buying. And so, that's something that to me, maybe we can put our heads together and think, where's going to be the next spot that pops up if Hong Kong falls out of the equation? Um, yeah. So, for Fun RC, hello, Bob. How are you doing, my friend? Thanks, Bob. I wanted to thank Mr. Admin. Probably be adding another admin too. I know Betsy's been busy and also maybe not feeling so hot and just lots going on in her life. So, um, I want to thank her for also still running the Facebook and all that stuff, but alleviate, Bob, I don't want it all to be on you, buddy, and you hop on here and are so helpful all the time. I do appreciate it. So, I don't have a ton to say, like I said today earlier. Just wanted to let you guys know that Wednesdays and Sundays I'll be trying to do live streams that are structured. I'd like to do one live stream a week that is about fish news, fish discoveries, nerdy things. And then another one that is kind of an update of what I'm working on, if I have new fish, if there's something interesting to talk about, or we select something like water filtration or this or that, or a follow up to perhaps I did research on, like right now I've been doing all this research on what makes a cichlid, and learning about why certain fish seem more intelligent to us, and maybe like what our intelligence is as humans is not the same as a fish's intelligence. So let me dissect that just a tad bit. So for us, yes, solving a math problem would be great, but to a fish, does that really matter? Intelligence to a fish might be being able to constrict, and we're talking about neurological intelligence here, constrict the right muscles or chromatophore pigment cells at the right time, so they turn from red to blue all of a sudden, in a color changing thing. They're finding out with cuttlefish and octopi, octopods, octopus, octopus. They're finding out with octopus that they actually have a nervous system that thinks diffused throughout their entire body, which is really, really, really cool in my opinion. And it transforms the way we think of intelligence completely. Also, just getting rid of the idea of, oh, fish are dumb, they don't have feelings. Yes, now they've proven that fish have some quantitative amount of longing or loneliness when they lose a spouse in monogamous, serially monogamous or lifelong monogamous fish. We talked about that in another episode. So things like this, as I come across it in my research, maybe I don't know which one will be which, but maybe after we get it rolling and get some consistency back in life here, one of the stream days will be following up on what I worked on researching videos in the week and things like that. Also, I need to just after I'm done traveling the places that I need to go. There's like 4 trips I need to go on soon. I really want to jump in and trim back all my tanks. The tank even up here is just that was weird. Hold on. Up here is just, I mean, look at it. It's a freaking nightmare of how dense it is. Yeah, the shrimp and everybody, there's a gabillion of them all over, and the fish are reproducing, and there's baby fish and shrimp coming out of every crevice, which is that's good. But I also want to get aquascapes looking nice again, so forth and so on. All right. Well, so there's all that going on. If anybody has any questions about the merchandise or ideas they have, I'll be working on new ideas, new. I don't want to, it's not like I'm trying to offer a million things. It's just it's very easy now with the print on demand to offer a shirt in a bunch of colors, and all I had to do was lay out the design in white or in tan and in black, go back through, make that monochromatic, and then just kind of apply it to the little thumbnails and whatnot. Everything's double-sided right now, kind of doing the steampunk or mechanical clockwork fish on one side and then the realistic looking illustration on the other. But that is not by any means set in stone, and I think I'll have some more affordable stuff, including some of my older illustrations that I'm digitizing as we speak. So pardon the lack of videos. There's over 400 videos I have out on the channel, and most of them don't get play. So, take them out for dinner and see if they stand up all right on their own 2 feet. If not, if they're all wobbly and insecure and, not well spoken, then you can dump them and pick a new date like Aquarium Co-op or Lucas Bretz or whoever. But there's a lot of good info in some of those when people ask me, oh, I want to know what happens if I mix this shrimp with this shrimp color-wise. Lots of genealogy stuff like that, species profiles, tours. I've also still need to get the Florida stuff up. So right now life's been a little bit uh, chaotic, and my memory and stuff's been a little goo. But we're getting back on track. We're getting all the teeth fixed. They left the big gap in the center of my teeth. Oh man, this does not feel good today though. Like, it feels like someone punched me in the face. So the Ask Me Anything turned into me telling you nothing. So I hope you enjoyed that. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your critters. And if you'd like, take a look at the new merchandise. Like I said, it doesn't really have any obvious promotion of my name, or there's an AW I sign most of my artwork with, but there's not any secret history, web links, or anything on it. So, and I don't have mugs. You guys need mugs? What I was looking for is like fish towels, like, for a fish room. They have like beach towels. So I'm looking for that. And then now that this is an option, I want to kind of do some cutesy, clever stuff too. So, like a pillowcase. I don't know. The drool, it could make like a drool puddle and like shrimp crawling out of it, something gross like that. I don't know, something goofy. I'm just trying to. That was a bad one. Like, no one would want that. But if you have a cute idea like that, let me know. And other than that, I'm just rambling. So try to stay positive, avoid the negative, take care of your critters. I will be showing you lots of my critters shortly. I also have heard, by the way, just a warning that a lot of shrimp coming into the country right now have Eleobiopsidae, which is the green to yellow fuzzy fungus on the underside of shrimp on their legs and or their mouth area, their rostrum. Usually neocardinas. However, two caridinas have been reported by reputable sources also carrying it, so it has mutated, which is no good. At least anecdotally, unless someone totally misid'd maybe a wild type of, maybe it could have been that they had a wild neocaridina that just didn't look like a neocaridina. It looked like an amano or something, and they called it that, but they were wrong. So, pixelated, uh, definitely computer editing life. Check it out on the digital merchandise shop. And you know what, guys? Sorry. But I have to bid you adieu because I'm out of steam, and I don't think that many people are on here tonight. So, um, have a futuristically funky, fresh evening. This has been a weird live stream. Probably still loopy from the dentist. This is like that video David goes to the dentist, except much less amusing, and my reality has not been shattered. But check out the merch shop if you would like to. If you wouldn't, then tell me to take this job and shove it. Alright, guys, I'll talk to you later with something meaningful to say, hopefully soon. And, you know, just thinking about that, it excites me. So take care of yourselves, those around you, and swim on.